Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a quick tip, my friends. You can see I'm in a platoon here. Well, you can't quite see it, but we got myself and Pilgrim. We're on Himmel's Mountain Pass Dorf. We're having a discussion as we push in. I'm in the Badger and he is in the Minotauro. And we've just started, right? So we are, only 30 seconds or so into this game, and we're slowly moving towards the front. We're saying, hey, let's go clog up the bridge. Turns out to be a good idea, but we're going to talk about this because as we move in here, we're going to talk about two things: stopping rushes and what to do if you are pushed, in terms of really any tank to some extent, but really a casemate as well. There's some important things to think about when you start to have guys trying to rush around you. You see the 121 crisp apple, and I'm talking to Pilgrim. I say, I'll take the left side, you take the right side. We get a little crossfire going on right there. And notice that some of our guys are kind of paying attention to what's going on. Here comes the Lion. The Panzer 7 is coming in behind there. Just kind of watch what happens behind me. But the 120 is kind of slowing these guys down. But we're going to get a bunch of lions, tigers, and whatever, bears, oh my. So here come these guys, and now we're going to start punishing them. All right, so I get an unlucky bounce, and here comes the 907. And I believe the 140 pushes in later. Now he's making a mistake, but let's just say there weren't as many guys here, all right? I have a couple choices here when the 907 pushes me. Let's just let it go for a second. I'm going to try to track him as I'm backing out, or at least just shoot him, and then I face up. Now, unfortunately, I eat that shot and get ammo rack, so I gave them a little too much of the side of my tank. But I'm going to let him go by. I know I have people behind me. I don't want to turn. This is a mistake I see all the time. People see that guy go by and like, oh, I can't let that guy go by, and they'll turn their casemate and try to take this dude on. That he's gone, and you have a bunch of problems up front, in front of you right here. I'm going to fix this ammo rack. And the 140 is going to try to do it as well, so I'm just going to take a little bit, shoot him, and then we'll face back up. All right, so I got the track, pinned that guy down. I think I actually maybe get the kill on this guy. The 907 is dead, or no, he went straight through. 907, I didn't even notice that. He went blasting straight through. And the three lions have stopped. Now, they may have done a little bit better by pushing in, but they're in big trouble, right? They've all pushed into a hornet's nest right here. And we'll get this guy dead. There we go. And now we can start taking back this ground. The 121 gets behind me. Good on him. He didn't really get in my way, so I wasn't too bothered. As long as he wasn't pushing against me and hitting me and stuff like that, I don't mind him using my armor right there. And then we've basically defeated this push, and now we can start taking back this ground. They're in big trouble. It's just three lions against all of us. I don't want to pop out and let three lions start absolutely hammering my little lower plate right there, so to speak. So I'm going to be careful about it, but Pilgrim's doing a nice job pummeling these guys, and they're in big trouble now. Just shoot him as we go. And we're going to win this fight and win this match pretty easily because they threw away a bunch of tanks. Their VZ and their FV tied. Now, a lot of times you do this push on this map and you only find a couple TDs sitting there. If it would have just been me and Pilgrim, they would have had a really good time taking us out. I think the same thing applies, though. Don't get turned sideways to things. You just let them go by and they shoot you a couple times in the back and side, whatever. There's nothing you can do about that. It's better to let that one guy back there take a couple shots and be able to take on the guys in front of you than to let all of them shoot you in the side, all right? The big problem with their push is it was way too early in the game. We talked about this on stream. Really, they hadn't even given our team enough time to... What they're counting on is everyone being down here in the south, they're up here in the north, and only a few guys sitting here. Well, we were all still in the middle. By the time they just came raging through, so unfortunately for them, timing was bad. And there you go. Just a little quick tactics tip, a Q-tip on some things to think about, especially in casemates. Guys get by you, and he's got a bunch of friends in front, and you've got a couple to deal with that guy. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Right? Just keep pointing at the other guys. Now, I did turn a little bit trying to track him because the reload on this thing is so nice. That helped me out a little bit right there, no problem. But generally, keeping that facing down range. That's all I've got for today's Q-tip. You guys have a good one. We will see you.